be the area for me, anyways, where I feel like a boundary would have been crossed because, okay, you said you were coming, but you didn't say when, what time, or anything else like that. So that would be my only concern is, was that conveyed to her in that case? But if y'all have met at each other's places before, y'all had connections before, y'all talked before or whatever, then I would say, if that's the kind of, understanding you guys have, then that's okay. But she's saying no, she wasn't expecting him at all. And I guess that's a discrepancy because he's saying he talked to her. She's saying he didn't clearly, define that. And that's okay. If it's a misunderstanding on his part, I think he went ahead and apologized for not, or for just showing up. But if his understanding was that it seemed like it was okay for me to come there, then that's fine. But if she's assuming that you didn't use that information from that documentation to get there, and that she should have given you the information outside of it, that right there could be seen as a fine line too.
I want to speak after she gets done.
Right? Because if she said, okay, you're on your way, here's my address, that's a clear expectation that you are invited and that you can come over and this is the time frame that you're looking at it. But if it's not clearly defined that she was expecting you to come and that she hadn't even sent you her address, that's where that violation could be perceived as having an issue. Does that make sense?
He's on coffee cup, but he can hear you on coffee cup.
Right. So, but that's what I was trying to get to. Which is it? What did you have y'all been to each other's places before where it
He
wasn't?
said they have.
Well, met outside of it, but I don't know if to each other's places, right? So meeting outside of it doesn't mean that, necessarily meeting at, my place or his place or whatever. We might be meeting at a restaurant or whatever. But that's a
I
different.
guess to me, first of all, he didn't see her when he went there. Second of all, the child said, my mama busy. He said, give this to your mother. Okay, which indicates it's innocent. He's not stalking her. He's not trying to see her. It was just what he said, a congratulatory gift.
I get that.
And so, what I see a setup. That's what I see.
It could be a setup, but I'm trying to get him to understand what that fine line of what that setup might look like legally. And he and I have talked enough to know where
I
he
understand where you're going, Jay.
Exactly.
According to right, the council of record, it is a misunderstanding. It is not a detriment to a human that continues to make forward contact for possibilities of revenue or enriching themselves off of your talent, your organization, or your company. Right? So what happened was not an end. It seems to be, as somebody said, a beginning. Now there's somebody that's going to come, and I think they will clear it up. There she go. Request in the box.
All right. So, and that's what I'm not fully clear on, because if it was used, the proprietary information, because that's like me having.
But it wasn't used. Here's the thing, right? This wasn't used for any nefarious. There she go. Okay.
Nefarious or not, but your intentions were clear. You weren't trying to do anything bad.
I'm not going to. Okay, I got you, Jay. I hear what you're saying. Hello, darling. How you doing? Welcome in the building.
Thank you. I'm here.
Well, good. Would you like to introduce yourself? Would you like to tell these great people that's in here why you in here? Who are you? And what the heck do you know about these two individuals being discussed? That would be me and another human being. I'm going to go on mute and listen.
Well, I had been told that you showed up at her home uninvited, and she didn't know that you had her address. That was what I was told. However, in speaking with you, if you are giving someone funding, you would have to have their address. But you can't continue to ask someone for help and slander them at the same time. And I know because that same situation from the same person we're discussing happened to me. So that is what's going on. And so people need to understand before you get out there and start to speak on what somebody posts live, please make sure that you have all of the facts, all of the information, because I was targeted for trying to help somebody. I refuse to help people at this juncture because my help was not received in a positive way.
Okay.
But you continue to accept my help while literally stabbing me in the back.
So my question is, Texas, is, would she, do you think she's trying to set it up to where, like Toe said, where she's trying to maybe extort something more from you, to say you were stalking her, she feels harassed, it was business
I'll
deal?
tell you
What do you
what
think?
I think, Jay. What occurred is there's a live hoster that was aware of the information, was around back then, feels like it should be a problem when there really is no problem, right? Feels like I, as a human being, me, Edwin, right? She feels some kind of way about me. And the reason that I say she feels some kind of way about me, because she's always trying to bring up something negative. Like it started out with T Money. She's in here. It started out with, now going backwards. Again, it's further back than T Money. This woman, right? To try to showcase that now somehow in 25 years, or in year 25, that this guy being me is still running around here and he ain't no good, because she don't think I'm good. So what I used to tell her all the time, the height of your arrogance, that's why I came up with it, because she used to always think that she know, and she don't know. Like, what I don't do is tell people business. Like, there are people in
You have
here.
something going on with this woman, Texas. Did you have something
No,
going on with her? That's why she don't like you?
I don't
Oh,
know.
you talking about me?
No,
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 the other woman.
no. We're talking about the other one. No,
Did
I
you
don't
have
know.
something going on with
I
this
don't know.
woman? That
Maybe
she
she
come
liked me.
No,
No, I can't say if she did or she didn't. But we
Hold
didn't
on,
have
hold on.
anything going on.
Hold on. So let me leap in here, sir. Let me leap in here. I don't believe that there was a mutual relationship. I always was told, and this is just me, because I was with this person on a regular basis, on a daily basis, to be frankly honest, until I was targeted and I removed myself. So I don't know if it's the person who has an issue within self that targets people who try to help someone else. I'm a woman, he's a man, and we were both targeted by the same individual.
Okay, so it's a habit of this
Thank
woman
you.
that's doing this
I'm so
thing.
thankful that you said that and I didn't have to.
Well, that's what it sounds like to me. I'm just an objective person, and
And Jay, I
hearing.
want to say this. The reason I recognize that behavior, I don't know nothing about their story,
Right.
but Edwin knows about my story. And
You
I
got to
had a
start with this
person
woman
that
too?
did no, not the same person,
I say,
but I
damn.
had somebody do the same thing to me. They play the long game. And they try to walk you or maneuver you into a place of a trap, of vulnerability, to make it look like you're the bad guy. When in all
Exactly.
honesty, you're the good guy doing everything you can for them. And once they achieve what they want, then they gotta fuck you over. Period. It's like, thanks for the money. Now I'm gonna get somebody else to come and rob you. Or I'm gonna mess it up so you don't have that money no more. I got my portion, but I don't want you to have the rest of it. Yeah. So I that's why I recognized it right off the bat what it was.
Okay.
Well,
It's the
I'm
long
the type of
con.
person, I will help anyone, but when you, especially somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's going through some things, you know what I'm saying, I understand the single woman syndrome. Let me just say it
JP,
like
I done
that.
gave up. Just like you said, I done gave up helping folks.
Right. And as I explained to Edwin, baby, when I tell you I changed my entire telephone number and I kept it pushing. Because I cannot do drama. I have sisters. So if I want to do drama, I can contact one of them. I don't need no outside chick bringing drama to my home. I don't move like that.
So
Life is too
y'all haven't
short.
heard of this woman before? Y'all interacted with her? No rumblings that hey, she's got a habit of doing this or nothing else.
So
No,
tell
no,
tell
no.
them how you and I met. Like if this horrible person, me, how did you
She
meet?
introduced me. She introduced me to him. And how it was introduced is he has a lot of contacts, but be mindful because he showed up at my home unbeknownst to me, and I was afraid. But you're
Wow.
still contacting somebody you're afraid of. Let's make it make sense.
So she was contacting you after you showed up, and then but still saying that you were scaring her because you showed up.
And mind you, she didn't even see him the day he showed up.
Well, I won't even that right there is and I'm thinking with my legal hat, Texas. You know how I go. So on one hand, all of that is ancillary, right? Whether she knew you were there or not, whether you gave it to the kid or not, or whatever. But she, in her, defense,
So
if
let
she
me just
didn't
say this with your
know,
legal head. Yes, she is
right?
still contacting him after you're telling people you're slandering this man's name and
Mm-hmm.
saying that um, he showed up at my home unannounced, without my permission, without my knowledge, but yet you are still reaching out to him. You are still sending people to him to this very day, as
Mm-hmm.
from what I understand. Mind you, I met him, 2 years ago? I have not spoken to that young lady in about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you are still reaching out to him and now you're literally trying to slander his name and trying to make him a villain, for
Hmm.
me that's shameful.
Yeah,
Hey
shameful
y'all,
and
hey.
legal are very different beasts here. So, only thing I will say, Texas, because I rocks with you. From here on out, I'm just saying. From here on
Stop
out,
communicating.
stop communicating. For one, from here on out,
So let me just say this.
anything that
From the
I know
risk,
y'all still have an agreement in
just say
place.
this. I have not. I'm not the initiator in none of this. She is. This
Do what
person.
I
I
do what I did and
understand.
block her
I
I
number. Do
understand.
what I did
only
and
thing
block her
I
number, dear.
did, I haven't reached out to this human. This human reaches out to me. Right?
Okay.
Hold on.
So,
Hey,
so this
hey
is what I'm gonna
everybody. Can I
say.
can I can I say something real quick? Can I step in
Go
real
ahead.
quick? Um, well, I mean, you did come. Somebody is down in the chat saying, didn't you call? You called to say, cease the conversation about this, and it's done and it's over with. And I'm gonna tell
Are
you
you
why
talking to
I'm
me,
up here.
money? Is that a question? Are you
No,
asking
no,
me?
no, no, no. It's not a question. It's a statement. It's a
Okay,
statement
go ahead. I'm listening.
that you didn't do anything wrong by calling and saying, hey, uh, cease this conversation. That's it. That's all. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm up here. I'm up here because I just got talked to real disrespectful, like, and added to this because I was speaking to some things that you and I uh, have dealt with. But as I just said it to you, you've crossed some boundaries, and you're a little messy and like to, stir the pot a little bit. But diabolical, disrespectful in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I don't know that person. That would not be you at all. And I don't give a damn who get mad that I said it. Point blank and period. I'm a direct individual. There is no way that you're going to continue to conversate with someone that you are in fear of.
Thank you. Absolutely the facts.
And then come on here and placate to victimness. Get out of here.
Listen, the victimness has been going on for quite some time, which is why I removed myself, because I don't believe in. See, I've had a situation where I know what it's like to be targeted because I've been targeted. So the fact that you are, and I'm not going to reach out to someone who's targeting me. So if you are afraid of that person, why are you still reaching out to that person? And why would you put another woman in harm's way if you're already in fear of your own life? Why would you do that to any woman? And I know because I was the person that she introduced him to me. So if you are in fear of him, why would you introduce him to me as another woman? You're not in fear of him. You're in like of him. And I'm just keeping it 100 because I know some things that I'm not going to divulge, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, Texas, I'm gonna give you my read, and I'm gonna hop off. But all I'm gonna say to you is, whatever contract you got in place, I'm sure you're already on it. You have your lawyers looking over it to see if you can break it. You sent her the cease and desist notice saying stop talking about it and so on and so forth. Next step, talk to your lawyer, make sure that they're in place, and can update that agreement so that y'all can let that go. But at this point, when she starts to slander your character or whatnot, that is libel, and you know this, right? And so what you have to do is protect your brand, your image, or whatever. That's where the contract ends. So if you can get that done, lock that up, let it go, block her number, block
Thing
whatever you
that
got
was
to
said
block.
that I'd like to highlight, Jay, is one of the things that was said is, I didn't know this number. The same number that's on the contract or the agreement from 2022 is the same number that the messages are on, right? The one that you
So
sent to me and the one that I called you today, and you wanted to know what live it was. And I sent you a text message with Mr. Bryant's actual live so you could come there at your request. But then you get on a place and say, I didn't know what number it was. I didn't know what he was. I blocked him. First off, in my mind, if you block a number, you can't receive anything from it. I mean, that's my
Correct.
understanding, right?
No, that's correct.
So
Now,
Miss
if my
someone
number
Wiggs is
is the
saying,
same and I'm sending it from the same so-called blocked information, how was I able to get you today? How was I able to send you the live today? Make it make
Okay,
sense.
hold on, wait. I want to address something that's been typed down here. Someone stated that she didn't save his number. That is a lie. You don't give somebody else and introduce somebody to somebody when you don't have their number. That's just like me calling you, Edwin, and asking you for so and so's telephone number. You say, well, I don't have it saved, but yet you can send it to me. That's asinine. She has his number saved in the phone, and I know because I saw it. So whoever is stating that, baby, that is false. And
the
she
point is,
did
it
know
sounds like
him.
y'all got each other's numbers. That's what it sounds like. Y'all been
Absolutely.
communicating.
That part.
So she can't deny that y'all have been communicating, and your cell phone records will prove that. So I don't understand why deny that you don't have his number when anyone can pull cell phone records and see, hey, you've had regular correspondences for however long. So that's not true. So that's an easy thing to pull down and say that's categorically false. So
I
what else
got
is
one
she
even
saying?
look, attorney. I got one even better. I was sitting in the car when she called him to do the introduction between he and I. She had his number. It was saved up under his name. So again, that is a falsehood,
So
and
you got
I'm here to.
witnesses that say that
I
the
am here
number is
to
also
tell
there.
that truth. That is an absolute truth. I was sitting there in the car when she called that man, introduced me to him, and asked him if it was okay if she gave me his telephone number.
Yeah. So that right there is a falsehood. And just a correction here, I'm not an attorney. I just work with a whole bunch of them on a certain scale that might scare some folks. But anyways, Texas, that's my recommendation. Go ahead and null and void that, because you have a brand to protect, you have your reputation to protect, and you don't need to be surrounded from that. I know you love to help people. I know you have a big heart. You want to reach out. And yes, I also know that you can be petty. We're not going to lie about that. I'm calling you out on it, bruh.
It's easy.
Anyways, however, for this situation, For the situation, you know you got to lockstep and protect your assets. You already know this. Okay? And any other conversation about it, any speculation about it, you know, like you said, dead it in the water. Don't keep talking about it. You got other things, bigger fish to fry anyways, right? You got a birthday coming up, right? Tomorrow?
Yes.
You do. So you need to be turning your head towards that and what you're going to be doing in this next year. We're not hashing over, you know, silly stuff that's, you know, from people that are not on your level.
Hold on, let me answer this question. So someone asked me, did she introduce you to him before or after he showed up at her house? How about after? A year after he showed up at her house, she introduced me to him and his number was still in her phone. Any more questions that you have for me? Go ahead. I will answer them. So let's be clear. Please stop acting like, you know what I'm saying, we are victims here when you actually created the narrative yourself. That's just sad. I can't. I'm annoyed. And Edwin, I called you in good faith, and I actually tried to pull your coattail, and I told you this 2 years ago when it came to me. I gave it to you as one business person to another. I gave it to you, and you didn't want to listen, and now we're here. That's all I can say.
Can I say this real quick? And everybody likes to call my name out to things. I'll address the stuff pertaining to me on my own shit. I've learned that. You know what I'm saying? But I did come over here. I did speak with Edwin. I advised him that I did say that you do cross boundaries. You like to be messy or whatever. And but what I'm hearing, the things that I'm hearing is being said, that's not the man that I know at all. So I addressed that with him. So nobody's gonna tell me you don't know what this comment. What you mean? You know what? Y'all don't know good men when y'all are introduced to them. What you all know is messy, disrespectful, diabolical bullcorn. That's what you all know. Stop trying to speak to me about what is a good man, good woman syndrome, because none of you motherfuckers know. Sick of y'all.
Oh wow. Yeah. So this is where
I'm clutching my pearls.
And let me just say this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but to whoever Wiggs is, hold on, whoever Wiggs is, let me just respond to you because you coming for me. So let me just stop you right now. I never said it was okay for any man to show up to a woman's home unannounced or uninvited. What I said was, and I stand by what I stated. If you were afraid of him, as you are putting it, then why would you introduce another woman to this same man? Number one. And number two, after he did it, you still have his number in your phone and you are still doing business with him. So at the end of the day, wig the hell on up out of here and quit playing with me.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. You say like the man that I slept with, Brian. Clearly, I don't know either, and clearly y'all don't know either because y'all stay over there in his panel. Y'all stay over there in his space. Who you don't see over there is me. Oh, now ain't that something? Well, I be damn.
And that makes so much sense because that's somebody you don't want to have anything to do with, and that's my whole point. If you don't want to have, if you don't want to have a relationship with somebody you are in fear of, you still got his number in your phone. You're still doing business with him. You're still collecting funding from. Like, stop playing. The victim shit is just done. I'm irritated.
Yeah, it's just making. Then it's not just the victim stuff. Then they start pointing fingers about what you do and don't know. But y'all over there on a regular basis, wasn't it about 700 of y'all over there doing this conversation? Y'all stay over there in that motherfucker's panel. Y'all stay
I don't
in
even
that
know who
nigga's
that is.
face.
I have no, listen, I don't even get on TikTok, but Edwin called me and asked me to get on TikTok because he knew I knew the situation because I called him and I warned him about this particular person and he didn't heed that warning. So again, here we are.
Yeah, y'all see y'all what y'all gonna end up doing is unleashing uh the wrong T money. Y'all, I keep telling y'all need to let me say sweet, demure T money. Y'all really do. Y'all need to leave it be and start minding the business that pay y'all. Cause I just don't see you now. Y'all not getting paid for this shit. Oh my goodness. And I agree. I agree. No one said that he should have showed up at anyone's home unexpected or whatever the situation be. But I understand Edwin to be a traditional old school type kind of dude. And I could